Have you ever kind of noticed that the depiction of the angel of death kind of sucks? Like the angel of death, knowing he's an angel, is depicted as villainous or evil or someone you don't ever want to actually meet. But like we're all gonna die. We don't know exactly when we're gonna die. And the angel, by its name, by his name actually, I should say, is he's not a demon. So if he's an angel, guess whose side he's on? Yes, the right side. so like so it's always been weird to me how the depiction of the angel of death has always been this very like intense villainous type of moment. But I guess if you're trying to make money off an image, that's one way to go, I guess. Another thing is, our culture kind of just sucks at accepting death as a reality. We run from it. The powers that be actually understand that we run from it. And that's why we hear about, diseases that could cause death to some of us, wars that cause death and actively promote them, wars that will happen in the future, apparently. Back in the recesses of our mind, starvation is there for inflation and the economy just tanking. So, or the winter of the unvaccinated. There's a whole bunch of things that our culture has really pushed on us that deals directly with death, and we run from it. And so it makes sense that the angel of death would be villainized, right? From that standpoint, when you're constantly in this fight or flight mode, but you always choose flight because you're trying to survive, just a little bit longer. And there isn't this acceptance of reality. There isn't this acceptance of, acceptance and trust with God. Because God is the author of life, and ultimately the one who decides our death. And that's a good thing. Like the best person in the world that could possibly have that has the power. So the angel that he has that advocates for us at our death is a good person. And in fact, you already know who he is. He is Saint Michael. He's typically depicted with his head or with his foot on the head of Satan with a sword in hand. And that is an awesome image. But he is also the angel of death. Of the 4 offices he holds, 2 of them deal directly with death. He's to deliver the souls of the dead for judgment, but he also, in the hour of death, protects the person from the power of Satan. And so he's very much on our side. And it's like that last 11-hour, like it quite literally is an 11-hour protection. 11th hour protection. I'm saying that weird. And so it's very important to have that in mind, because Saint Michael is not death from Family Guy. He's not death from Puss in Boots. He's not death from the Diablo game series. He's on our side. We know in the end we won, and we need to trust God. That is the thing with this, because the angel of death is directly related to them. If we're afraid of death, like an animal, we're going to look at death as a terrible thing. If we appreciate death, that is not to promote death in a way, you don't promote death, but you appreciate it for what it is, that everyone does it and pays taxes. That is that is a thing, you know what I mean? You're just appreciating the reality. That is humility. And so I think it's very important to take this perspective into the angel of death. When talking about the angel of death, when talking about Michael, Saint Michael, that the cultural understanding of death is going to tie right into that. And if you look at the angel of death, or you think the angel of death is this bad guy, like ask yourself why that is. Because he isn't. He's on our side. He's part of the body of Christ. You can ask him to pray for you. So do it. Do it for your family members that are in a situation where they would need it. Do it for yourself, because you never know when you will die. I make sure that we do it every single day in our house. And that's not to brag, but we do the St. Michael prayer every single day because we don't know when we're going to die. And so I guess it's just something to think about. And thank you for listening to this. I appreciate it. My throat is a bit raspy. I don't know what happened exactly, but it kind of sucks. But thank you for listening to me. I hope this has added perspective. And, if you didn't know St. Michael was the angel of death, now you know. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time, hopefully with Father Eric at our questionnaire, March 2nd at 7:30. We're raising money for the roof at the parish, but we're also raising money for the Adoration Chapel, which we don't have. It doesn't exist. We want one. And so we're raising money for it. And so that's a primary drive for that Q&A. And so if you have questions, ask them in the comments, but if you want to ask us live, do that too. There's plenty to talk about. My wife, who's a former pagan, we've been married 14 years. If you want to ask about that, that's fine. If you want to ask about how we transformed our parish into what it is today through a lot of traditional measures, but still do a Novus Ordo, ask about that. I'm just throwing out ideas, but there's plenty of things to ask about. I understand for a lot of us, for a lot of you guys, like we come off as these random dudes, and that's fair. There's a lot of random dudes out there, but there's a lot of things that are happening in random places. And so we're just trying to build up the church where we live the best we can with the tools that we have. So please join us, and I hope to see you there.